I think there's no way that having toilet paper next to your bed can't look suspect.
I mean, there's no way you can't beat around the bush. Like, there's a certain sus aspect about the bedside toilet paper, but it is used just strictly for tissues.
Yeah. I have like a runny nose at the moment. And
If you can't tell, we're both sick.
Which we'll get into. Tissues are fucking expensive though as well.
Yeah. Well, we're strictly in our house. Napkins is paper towels. Tissues is toilet paper.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you use toilet paper for blowing your nose?
Yeah.
Yeah, and paper towels are napkins as well, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're the same thing.
Yeah.
Well,
But like you say, if you just see toilet paper next to someone's bed,
there's certain...
you instantly think the worst.
There's certain innuendos that go with it. But it's flu season. Grow up. Come on.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
We're all adults here.
Come on. Take
Let me
it
blow
easy.
my nose.
Huh?
Let me blow my nose in peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Marshall gets away. Marshall's still going. Marshall's got Richards coming up outside. Now inside.
All right, what's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Barflies podcast, episode 36 today. Joined always by my good friend and comrade, Alexander Russell. How are you?
Mate, good. How are you?
I'm lively today.
I feel good too, to be fair. I'm
Lively. Let's go.
Yeah,
dude. I'm ready to rip.
ready to rock and roll. You're coming fresh off a great weekend. Well, I don't know if I can say great weekend in Brisbane. Don't, mate. I just said it, but I don't want to
What?
say that you had fun in Brisbane.
Yeah.
I
Don't
don't think
admit
this
it?
really counts. This doesn't count because this is like, you know, the Muslims have Mecca, don't they? What is
Sure.
it? Is that Mecca? Yeah, where
I
they
don't
go. No,
What do they have?
Mecca. Do you know what Mecca is?
No.
It's like in Qatar or Saudi Arabia. Let's maybe.
I thought when you were saying the Mecca of something, like the Mecca means like the hub. But are you talking about a place called Mecca?
Yeah, hang on, Google it. Mecca.
What, in Qatar?
Mecca.
I thought it genuinely just meant like
No, it means yeah, the Mecca in Saudi Arabia. And it's like Muslims make pilgrimage there.
Am I crazy? I swear Mecca meant like
Meaning.
this is where we need an assistant.
Yeah.
A place regarded as a center for a specific idea. Yeah, so we were both kind
Okay,
of right.
so we're both right.
Like you can just have like a Mecca of dribblers. as
Well,
your
this
national attack.
is dribblers Mecca.
With
NRL fans is Mecca.
we're talking about Magic Round.
We're talking about Magic Round, if you didn't know. That's where Cody was, and that's where he was in Brisbane. But since it's a holy place for that weekend, I don't consider it in Queensland or the city of Brisbane. Do you know what I mean? Like, I consider its own entity for that period of time.
Yeah. It doesn't actually count as Brisbane for the weekend.
No.
It counts as the Mecca of dribblers.
Yeah, and Rugby League.
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you this about Magic Round. It was so dribbly. Like, everything about it was just dribbly.
Like,
I don't really know how to describe it, but just the energy, like you say, it's people who are all coming together and congregating in one place for a weekend to A, watch Rugby League, and B, more importantly, sink piss.
there you go.
And do you know what happens when people watch Rugby League and sink piss?
A fair bit of tongue waggling goes on.
Tongue wagging goes on.
Any surreal hot takes you heard over the weekend?
Oh, yeah.
From just anyone?
Yeah, the one that rattled me the most, one of the boys we were with, fellow Tigers fans, said he wants Dane Laurie to leave the Tigers. Reckons he's not good enough. And I said, excuse me?
That's hot.
That rattled me.
That's a hot take.
What was the most amusing part to me, anyway, like there was like all kiss cams and stuff, like so between every game at halftime, whatever, kiss cams, like dance cam, all this shit where they would just film people in the crowd. And so many times, like little kids would get on there and they'd just start doing the double hand glizzy.
Oh, no. Oh,
So good.
Parents, if TikTok is on your kid's phone, delete it.
So funny, dude. Oh my god.
How does imagine seeing your kid do that and they're like 8. You'd be like, excuse me?
I'd laugh.
You'd laugh, but you'd be like, wait a second. How do you know? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
Like, hello.
It's so dribbly. The one thing, like, on kiss cams, though, like, a lot of the times they were just filming blokes.
That's so funny.
2 blokes, which is, first of all, dribbly.
Did it happen?
Yeah. Every time 2 guys were on there, they kiss.
Fuck yeah.
But it was awkward when, like, a couple would get put on there, and then the chick would try kiss him, and the guy would just, like, put his head down and go on his phone.
Really?
You would just get, like, secondhand, like,
embarrassment
cringe and just, like, dude, just, like, kiss your girl.
It's like something from The Office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do I say though? Like, just to touch base again with Brisbane from our, previous weeks.
Yeah.
It is still confirmed the most scat city in Australia.
Shithole. Yeah.
Not shithole, but just like
Close.
it's just scat. But the good thing is they let you rip and tear.
Yeah.
Like, you're actually allowed to get into your work without,
okay.
without like someone fucking ready to spear tackle you. If you, like, drop your eye.
Yeah,
or, like,
right.
Miss a stare.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, you miss a stare in Sydney,
You're in trouble.
you're in big
You're
trouble.
in trouble. You're getting
It's
the tap on the shoulder.
like, mate, I've had one
Yeah.
schooner. I'm just a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
You trip over your own foot and you are getting escorted out of the building by 2 bouncers.
you might get
Immediately.
arrested. You honestly could get arrested.
You could. You're spending the night in the cell.
It's not out of the question.
Like, it could happen.
I didn't hate watching 8 games of rugby league back to back. Really up my alley, that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Doesn't interest me, really, but you seem to enjoy it.
You would have loved it. I rolled in on Friday. We had a 6 a.m. flight, and when you have a 6 a.m. flight, you kind of just wake up and get in the shower and get to the airport.
So your flight left at 6 a.m.
Yeah, so I was up at like 4:45.
Did you have any pre-airport beers?
at 6?
Yeah.
No. We got to the airport at checked in at 5:30. I was boarding at 5:40.
Yeah, right. Geez, pretty relaxed there on the old
Yeah,
boarding time.
it's whatever, mate. It's what I do. It's how I go about my
You
business.
do live pretty close though.
Yeah,
It's like
10 minutes
50.
away.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes away.
But then when I got on the plane, I was like, I'm in trouble here, and I was so just sick.
Mm.
Not like stomach sick or anything, but just like congested. Like, when you're just out of it and you just feel terrible. Nose is blocked, ears are blocked.
Yeah,
Like, you got
I've been battling the same thing.
Mm. And as the day went on, I just got worse and worse. So everyone was we got into Brisbane and everyone sort of started to get into their work 10:30, 11. And I just couldn't even look at a beer.
Couldn't get up.
I was so sick. And then we went back to the hotel and I literally went to bed
Yeah.
during the day while everyone else was out on the beers. I dragged myself to the games on Friday night
Good work.
and then went straight home after. That's how sick I was.
Wow. Mate, I feel you because that was semi like me. Remember when I was sick a couple weeks ago?
Yeah. And we couldn't do
That
the
was-
pod.
Yeah, that was like me, but mine went away and now it's come back. So I'm also a little bit sick again.
Mm.
We're sounding a bit nasally on the
We're
podcast
both
today.
nasally today.
Yeah, double nasal. I'm no medical expert, but it seems like there's been no flu for 2 years because of COVID. Everyone's been inside, so we've been double hit with one big one or something.
Perhaps our immunity's down.
Yeah,
Our flu immunity's
yeah.
down.
So now it's hitting and it's hitting harder.
It seems like everyone's got it. There was a Batuta article about it the other day.
But it seems like everyone's is they're getting
Bad.
it and then getting it again.
Yeah.
Everyone I know who's had it is still sick from it.
Mm.
It's been 3 weeks.
I hope I'm not sick that long. On Saturday though, like big players do,
Oh, here we go.
I rose like a phoenix from the ashes.
Oh, that's what we like to hear.
Super Saturday.
Oh.
That is, dare I say it, is that where big players thrive? Yeah, it is.
Supercharged on Super Saturday.
Supercharged. I can't remember who played. The whole weekend is blurry.
Saturday was Storm Storm Penrith at night.
Oh yeah, was that
Dragons,
Warriors?
Warriors, Rabbitohs in the morning, and then Dragons, Titans middle game.
Yeah, nothing overly memorable happened. We ended up at like a club after.
Bit
after
of
that on
bit of
Saturday.
unsuns.
No, not even unsuns. Bit of like one kiss is all it takes.
Oh,
Falling in love with me.
did you or did you not throw a couple moves to that song though? Although you probably don't want to admit that you did. Did you get a little shuffle on?
My hips got a bit of action.
Oh yeah,
I got a little bit of action.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, but
lucky.
Strictly for doer.
Strictly.
Like when Pitbull and stuff is sort of rolling around, you're like, okay, this is not really my.
You weren't getting around a bit of Lil Jon?
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, it's not. That's not really my not really my vibe. And like when people are like serious and having a good time, and it's not your vibe, you just feel so like, you feel even more sort of ostracized, if you will, from the crowd. And then so nothing overly memorable happened.
Yeah.
Sunday was good. Got up, rolled out of bed, absolutely deleted a guava cruiser like any good man with a good conscience would.
Mate, that's just soul food right there.
And then we sort of didn't look back from there for the rest of the day.
Well, once you take off, that plane's not landing.
It doesn't land.
No.
And then I'd argue that I made up for my.
It crashes and burns, but it doesn't land. Like the next day, you're crashing and burning.
Yeah.
You know, there's no smooth landing.
Yeah, which we'll get into.
Yeah.
And I feel like I made up for my, absence on Friday with my performance on Sunday.
Yeah.
Sort of rolled into the footy, pounded beers, all arvo, and then we went out that night.
Well, what's the thing you say to me? You miss a day, you make up for it?
You got to make up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do. You have to make up for it. And we had we had such a dribbly night. It was me and just this other kid, Jake, who ended up going out. We ended up talking to like a group of people, and these chicks were like, "Oh, it's our birthday. Like, go inside." We were like, "All right." And we went inside, and it was just like a normal pub, and we weren't sure where the birthday correlation thing was, but
sweet.
It's by the by. There was like a band playing,
vis-a-vis.
and it's weird because like everyone there, and I missed a part there before we went here. We were, I don't know if we're at the Caxton. I genuinely can't remember where we were, but we're at a pub, and like you can imagine the crowd of people that are at a pub
in Magic Round
in Brisbane. Like you've got people, like you got like boys my age, you got women in their early 30s, you got dads, you just got toilers, like everywhere. Like it's
people working, people on shift.
And I got to give it to the bloke on Orcs because he was just putting on like all the like Aussie sort of rock classics, which really got the people up and about. And
nice.
Yeah,
Sounds
it was good.
lovely.
It was a good bounce back from listening to Calvin Harris the night before.
And interesting thing, Magic Round, everyone from Rugby League will be there. You saw Dominic, like 2 players from Newcastle. That was it.
First hour of the first morning, saw 2 players.
I was talking to my friend Nathan, who's literally, you name someone in the Rugby League world, I think he saw them at Magic Round.
Really?
Yeah, in person.
I don't know what I was doing then, eh?
Well, look, maybe it didn't work out for you, but
clearly,
I was like, the way that he described it, I was going, how did you not see more than the 2 people that you saw?
I don't know.
Because he name someone, like ex-player or player.
He saw them.
He saw them.
Good for him, dude. I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah. So was I, to be fair. He said he saw KP. I asked him, was he as handsome in real life? He said he didn't get close enough. So we'll never know.
Well, you'd have to assume, yes.
Well, you'd have to.
When someone's that hot.
It's only safe to assume in that scenario, Some people say assumptions are bad. Not in this case.
Not in this case. Always fair to assume KP's hot.
Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't go. I think you have to go next year.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know we did establish that it's not technically Brisbane. It is the Mecca of Rugby League, Magic Round, but I don't want to go to Brisbane.
I think you need to put your
BB, Brisbane bias.
Yeah, aside. I think you need to put your, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. I'm getting dumber by the week.
Bias.
Not bias. It's like your, like another word for beef. I just can't think. It's not coming to me right now. It's by the by.
Dislike?
No, it's not. It's not it.
What word, man?
Fuck, it's not
I feel
those
like
two.
you
It
can
can't be.
literally take your pick of any. There's so many that you could choose.
Well, I rolled back out of Magic. Are you ready to move on?
No, yeah, no, say. No, I was just getting the notes
just
set
wanted
up.
to move
I was
down.
getting the notes set up.
I rolled out of Magic Round and into work on Tuesday,
Yeah.
and I seem to, like I was just saying to you, at all the jobs I've had, I seem to make one really big error.
I do that as well.
I make one that sort of defines me in
Yeah.
the first couple of months of
Yeah.
my job. So today I got exposed that I didn't deliver a very large portion of said delivery that I was supposed to.
Oopsie.
Is it a fireable offence?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think so. I've got to see how my week goes. But what I thought was interesting.
I'm back on probation.
What I think was interesting, because we talked about it I want to say circa episode 27,
Yeah.
like the high you get from a good meeting.
Yeah.
Right after my boss sprayed me for fucking this up. He had
Rate the spray. How was the spray?
it wasn't an angry spray, it was a disappointed spray. It was like a Cody, you can't be fucking this up.
Yeah.
Like you literally, like you can't, you've cost us.
Yeah.
Or this could cost us. I was like, etch, dude. I'd rather him yell at me.
Yeah.
So many years in hospital make you immune to the yell. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like it would just sort of go through me, over my head.
Yeah. Scottish parents.
Nice.
Sure. Yell.
Nice. But he had a meeting right after the spray,
Right.
and I'm also the designated babysitter of his child.
Right.
So he went into a meeting. I had to look after his child. So I'm sort of getting the brownie points for looking after his kid.
Yeah.
And then I've just got to hope this meeting goes well and I'm in the clear.
Yeah, right.
Because he's going to come back with a high.
Because if it comes out
I'm
badly.
going to hand him his child, which is like his happiness.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be, I'm going
In frame. You're in frame.
I'm going to be all good again.
Yeah.
And yeah.
God, was I just talking about you something before I went into that meeting? Don't think so.
Don't think so.
All right,
mate.
I'll
He's
see you,
"No
mate.
worries,
Have a good
See
one."
you tomorrow.
Go home early.
To be honest, that's pretty much how it went.
Really?
That's pretty much how it went. I think I'm good. I think I'm in the clear.
Yeah, nice.
Q next week when I'm unemployed again.
Yeah,
But-
we'll see.
We'll see.
You
That's
know,
where I think I'm at.
mate, every now and again, you've got an error. I've got an error in me.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Happens.
Also, in the defense of my error as well, just quickly.
You got hit with a storm of things that probably would make you do your job pretty poorly, to be fair.
I got hit with, I don't know if it was food poisoning. I thought it might have been gastro for a hot second there.
You know what it is? It's probably because you drank the water in Brisbane. So you got Brisbane belly, similar to Bali belly. Very similar.
Well renowned
Yeah.
Brisbane belly.
It's got a 24-hour delay.
Yeah,
You get
okay.
back and then cop the Brisbane. That's what also why I don't want to go there.
I spent 20 minutes of my 30-minute break, in the cubicle screaming
Yeah.
at the toilet.
And not specified.
And not specified. And I rolled into this delivery.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
head noisy. I'm wondering if I can see out the day here.
You've got one eye open while you're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Cold sweat.
yeah. But in
Yeah.
my defense, I can't be like after the day after when he's like having a go at me for fucking this up. I can't be like, I had food poisoning yesterday. Like, no, you didn't. You're
Why
at
didn't you
work all
come?
day.
Yeah, why didn't you come
It's
to
like,
work?
I have to pay rent. I
Yeah.
couldn't go home. So that's where I'm at. Tip of the hat to Brisbane. Great weekend. One of the great weekends of all time.
Well, I feel like you're going back on your word. And
Well, I'm confirming that it's scat, but I had a good time.
okay, all right, fine.
This, I feel like, rolls kind of well into your beef this week, Xander.
Actually, yeah, my beef is actually. I know we've talked a lot about rugby league already, but I'm just going to jump in again. My beef this week: Magic Round itself. 1, it's in Brisbane. 2, no Thursday night footy. One of my many things I look forward to in the week. Probably
Or few things.
few things. I'm sorry, many was the wrong word. There's maybe about 3 things, I might say.
What are the other 2? The first beer on Friday.
And Mondays. I actually like because I have Mondays off. So
Nice.
Mondays are good. Thursday night footy. And they took that away from me. And I don't care that it's a showpiece event. I don't care about anyone else. It affected me directly. So that's why it's my hate this week.
To be honest, it was the Bulldogs Knights game.
And
So it's probably
I-
a good thing that wasn't on Thursday.
I don't care.
That was hard to watch, dude.
Yeah, it was hard. But it was hard. I would have preferred it to still been on a Thursday and been hard to watch because I stared at a blank wall for 3 hours while there was no NRL on.
What
That's
else?
what
What else would you do?
What? Well, that time is allotted to do exactly that, and I couldn't. So what else am I going to do?
Yes, I think you just have to sit there and take your licks.
Yeah, I just stared into the abyss. Yeah, happens, I guess.
Yeah, well,
Comes with the territory.
it does come with the territory.
My love this week, though, it lost out to Mothers last week. Obviously, Mother's Day. It was a close second. Justin Timberlake. I heard "Sexy" back at a wedding the other day. I went, wow, that's a good song. Like Justin Timberlake, he has quite a few bangers. Started re-listening to some of his music. Exceptional. Some just mid-2000s, just slappers in there. Bit different vibe to Enter Sandman on the rat race to uni.
Do you go Enter Sandman into JT?
It has happened. You think combining two things like that would create one great sensation, but it's just a sum of it's like a lesser sum of their parts, It's not quite the combination you think it's going to be.
Sure.
But still pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Almost a bit of like a roller coaster, if you will.
Yeah, a bit of a roller
coaster.
A bit of a roller coaster. And I'll just shout out as well Timbaland, because some of those Timbaland songs. This is a bit of a throwback for anyone who really remembers those, or that like 2 years where he was like real big. But yeah, that kind of, I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
I haven't really listened to it all that much. Maybe I need to pump a bit of JT on my work tomorrow.
Mate, you'll be hyped if you do.
Okay.
To be fair, you'll be pumped.
I'll get back to you.
You'll be pumped.
I've got a bone to pick this week.
Go for it.
This scumbag on the plane on the way back. So, as mentioned, Jake was part of the crew over the weekend. He spent majority of the flight home getting up from his seat, going to the bathroom, and coming back.
Vomiting.
Yeah, sure.
Big weekend.
If that wasn't explicit in my description. Vomiting.
So
for you listeners out there.
Yeah.
On one of the times he came back, because me and Jack stopped getting up, so he would just climb over us because he was on the window seat.
Seems like an odd choice by you guys to let him stay at the window seat.
Now that I'm thinking about it, we just stayed there.
Yeah, it feels kind of dumb that you did.
I don't think we were expecting him to get up like 4 times.
And you probably all have one giant puddle brain together from a monster weekend.
Yeah. And Jack, a man of length, built with a lot of centimeters.
Yeah.
That man.
Yeah.
He does like his aisle seat.
That's true.
And I didn't really give a shit what was going on. I just wanted to get home. At some point of him climbing back over me and Jack, he glanced my ear and knocked an AirPod out of my ear. This thing hits the deck and bounces like a meter forward. I don't know how it happened. Anyway, Jake's like to the guy in front of us, "Hey mate, sorry, my headphone's just at your feet. Could you just pass it to me?" This is with like 35 minutes left to go on the flight. He goes, "We'll get it when you get there." And I was like,
"Are you serious,
is this like sweet? It's a headphone. It's at your feet, bro."
You should have just crawled under and got it.
No, Jake tried. He was like fully under there trying to get it. And he couldn't get it back. So that's why
What a douche.
I know, what a fucking asshole. Like on a plane as well. It wasn't like we were close. Well, we were, I guess.
It's not like you're doing anything else.
No.
It's just, so you just have to go like this.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a lazy bastard.
I know. So,
mate, that's
scumbag behavior, dude. Fuck
mate,
that
that's
guy. That is a Cooper.
That's just bad. Like that.
That's just not being a good bloke. He had an Akuba on, so do with that what you will.
He should take his Akuba off.
Yeah,
because that's
un-Australian.
If the Akuba, it is if an Akuba portrays anything, it's not what he just served up.
No,
he's betraying the Akuba.
I think so.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's wrong.
It was wrong.
That's wrong.
Look, I didn't need my headphone that bad, and I'm not one to get rolled up. So I was like, "Fuck, whatever. We'll get it when we get there." By the time we got there, though, it was like 4 rows down, because the chick 4 rows down held it up.
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, I could have lost that, dude. It's a fucking $150 headphone."
Yeah, I don't know if I would have been. If that was my I don't have AirPods. I don't know if I would have just copped that. But if you're a bit hungover and stuff, I guess you kind of like, "Oh fuck it, I'm not getting in an argument on a plane."
Yeah, it's like, yeah, okay, sure, I'll get whatever. And I'm not one to get in an argument, It's whatever.
by the by. Vis-a-vis.
It's water off a duck's back.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just that would. You know how I told you I haven't been blowing up, etc. That would have broken the streak. That would have. That is.
You'd be like, mate, just get it.
The blah and shit. I hate when people do stuff like that as well. It's just so like. It's making me annoyed actually thinking about it. So we should move. Yeah, we should move on. I get that actually. That stuff annoys me so much. Your love this week. I did enjoy though.
It's simple.
All the best things are
Almond croissants.
Yeah.
Dude, those things are pounded on the inside. Maybe not pounded. They're stuffed
Yeah.
with almond butter.
Yep. Say less.
Dude, I could drink that shit, whatever it is.
It's so good.
So good. Yeah. Do you almond croissant very often?
Yeah, I get them at work. I have a car croissant at work. So when they're about to throw out the croissants, I usually take one, almond and not almond, and I eat it in the car on the way home.
Nice.
Aptly named car croissant. So it's like my in-between snack between dinner and lunch.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's like your little bum tap on the way to 6 o'clock.
Correct.
Dude, they're so fucking good. I had my first one.
Ever?
I reckon I had one maybe a couple of years ago, but I'm not sure. Unconfirmed if it was almond or not. It was a croissant of sorts.
If there is a sighting of this, we want confirmation. We need it.
Reach out. But I had my first one, only a couple of weeks ago, and I've probably had about 6 since then
Yeah.
because they're so good. And look, what I'm saying to you viewers is, if you take anything away from this podcast, next time you go and get your,
Morning coffee,
iced latte,
etc.
have a glance at that
Cake cabinet.
cake cabinet. And if there's an almond croissant there, put your mitts all over it.
Just get in ya.
Yeah, they're fucking unreal.
And on an extension of that, anything croissant, usually pretty good. Ham cheese croissant. Had an excellent one the other day at uni. Yesterday. Mate, hit the spot.
They're good, aren't they?
Can't go wrong.
Now that we're here talking about croissants, you know what pisses me off?
What?
When people say croissant.
Croissant?
It's like...
We're in Australia, mate. Come on.
Come
Who are
on,
you
dude.
impressing?
Are you
Who are you impressing with that?
Shut up, Thierry Henry, mate.
Yeah.
It's a fucking croissant, dude.
Croissant.
You serious, dude? Take your croissant and stick it up your ass.
Blow up.
You know what I mean?
Mate, that's fair. That's fair enough.
Like, they're the types of people who correct you for saying Manzander.
Yeah, and then don't pick up your AirPod on a flight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, dog.
Oh.
Croissant, please. Get the fuck out of my face. Actually pisses me off. Because people come into my work and they say, yeah, mate, can I just have a flat white and a croissant? I'm like,
Spit at them. Spit back at them.
shut up, bro. Seriously.
Or it's like people say espresso with like an Italian accent.
How do they say it?
Can I get an espresso? And you're like, can you fucking not? Can you not?
Do people,
Like,
no one said that to me.
People do that. Maybe it's just like because it's in Manly kind of thing, But it's like, mate, put that in your back pocket or in the shelf. No one wants to hear that. Put that away.
No.
Put that away somewhere very deep and never bring it out again.
It's like when you hear stuff like that, your day gets significantly worse.
Yeah. I'm like, you've ruined everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't look at you.
Yeah, you single-handedly ruined my week.
Yeah.
I was having look, it's a great day outside, and you've come in here and asked for an espresso.
Yeah. And now I don't know what life is anymore.
Dude, fuck off, you nerd, seriously.
On that though, not that this guy has done anything bad, but it is, I find it, actually it's not the opposite of bad, it's quite good, it's quite funny,
Okay.
but he doesn't realise that it's funny. At work, this guy comes in, and I don't usually remember people's, like locals' orders, because I can't really be bothered,
Your brain doesn't have that capacity. Doesn't have that
Well, it probably
storage.
does, but I just use it for other things.
Sure.
Like when I analyze just anything else, do anything else, I'm not gonna remember.
Gotcha.
I got better things to do. So this guy comes in. The only reason I remember what he orders is because, well, you be the judge. So he comes in and he walks up and he's a pretty big guy and he goes, "Oh, I'll get a cappuccino for my wife, and then I'll get a hot chocolate, no marshmallows. It's for an adult. It's for me. It's for an adult. And then I'll get an avo toast with bacon over 2 plates." And I just, every time he goes, it's for an adult, yeah? And you're like finishing the order. You're finishing up. Now it's for me. I'm an adult. No marshmallows, all right? Okay. So no marshmallows. Yeah, no marshmallows. I'm out.
Adult hot chocolate.
I
Extra
like-
sprinkles, please.
I like writing in hot chocolate is an adult in the item
I was
description.
gonna say, do you do that?
Yeah.
Do you write like adult?
Is an adult.
You should ask him for his ID one week, just to
Yeah.
cheer him up.
And he every time that he does it, he goes, "Wow, you remember this order every time? Like, how do you do it?" And I'm, oh, it's just my job, mate. It's something I have to do. Got to
Yeah.
remember these
Yeah.
orders. In reality, I think it's fucking GR.
Yeah, that's fucking good stuff. That's really good stuff.
It's-
But there is something so like, I'm so snobby with my I judge everyone who orders their coffee. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Well, we're very open about. We've talked about this multiple times. Maybe it could feature in the Bar Fives playoff.
What?
Coffee snobbery.
That's good. I like that.
Could feature.
Coffee snobbery. There's something very childish about ordering hot chocolate though.
Well, the connotations that ensue with ordering hot chocolate, of course, is with childlike memories. But why would you order a hot chocolate and not like marshmallows, dude? That's the best part. I wouldn't get one if I didn't want marshmallows.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like they go hand in hand.
Does this bloke think there's something incredibly shameful about having a marshmallow?
Well, he must. He must think it. People will think of him as a child for eating marshmallows. But last time I checked, I don't think it did.
Do you reckon he pounds marshmallows in secret at home?
Oh, I reckon in private he has them with marshmallows, but he's putting up a front in public.
He's a closet marshmallow pounder.
Yeah, I think so. I think he pounds them pretty hard. Because he's an adult. Just remember that. So.
I don't know. Just when there's a guy who comes into my work, gets a large hot chocolate every day, and he's the same. He's kind of like a big burly dude in his mid-30s. Man likes what he likes, but I can't help but think it's just a little bit lame.
Yeah, get a coffee, you're in that. But if you're gonna get one, if you're gonna get a hot chocolate, you've already crossed that line of not being an adult enough to handle a bit of caffeine. So you might as well just get the marshmallows as well, you child. You infant.
Yeah.
You know?
6'4" infant.
Literally.
Anyway,
I hope he's not a frequent flyer.
I can't hope he is.
Yeah. And we'll find out.
No, that actually
find out on Friday when he comes in and orders a hot chocolate.
for an adult.
Yeah. Well, because then I might have a nemesis. So I was thinking about this during the week. Does anyone still have a nemesis at all? Is that a thing? Or have or always have a series of nemesis in their everyday life? Because it's such a weird concept to me.
Yeah. Okay. Do you think that us having beef with people every week is potentially having a bit of a nemesis?
But a nemesis is it's more of a reoccurring.
Okay.
A nemesis is it's not a one-off.
Sure, yeah,
It's
yeah, I know what you mean.
you have a record of battles.
Yeah.
So
There's a war going on.
there's a war going. You have a record of battles with this person.
Do you want to unpack this? Because do you? I don't think I've ever had a nemesis.
Well, no, I was just kind of, I think I had a nemesis at one point for a year in high school, and we ended up becoming friends. And then but it was just hell stupid. I think it was in year 8, just for a year. It was on.
What was on?
It was just any chance there was to one up, have a dig,
Can you think of any examples?
Sabotage.
Were you throwing his handball away and stuff, or what?
Not. It was just no, because we didn't hang out. We just had classes together. We'd only side eye each other in the corridor, in class. I don't know. It was just.
This sounds like really hectic stuff, man. Did you guys get in trouble for that or what?
No, jam. No, it wasn't anything bad happened, but it was just the whole idea that for some reason you and another person.
Sure, I
it's
know.
just the concept alone, because it's only something you would see in a movie.
Okay, a high school movie.
No, but any movie,
Okay.
Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, Nemesis.
Sure. Do people still have nemesis? Is that what you're
Yeah,
asking?
that's what I'm wondering, because I just find the thought behind it so weird.
Well, I'd like the people to reach out here. Because I genuinely think a few people would. I think they'd have stories.
Of having a nemesis.
Either of having one or currently having one.
That's the closest I've had to having one, and it doesn't really count, because it wasn't that crazy.
I would say that counts. That's definitely a nemesis.
But like but it was only counted as maybe a nemesis because it went on for more than like one incident.
Sure. It went on for like a year.
Yeah.
And you guys, whether
But then we ended up becoming friends afterwards.
Did he also know you were nemesises?
Yeah, I think we acknowledged it after.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the people would have nemesises.
Yeah, I think so. I think someone would that we know.
Definitely. Reach out.
Reach out.
Let us know who your nemesis is. Maybe I'll clip it.
Maybe.
Who knows? We never really know until the week after.
Yeah. Cough. What's this? I'm interested by this. Explain this to me.
Which one?
Power move at urinal.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah. Tell me.
I was at a gig last Tuesday at the Metro. I think in the small room. I did talk about it last week.
Yeah.
I don't know how this didn't come up, actually.
Yeah.
I went to the bathroom at some point.
Yeah.
As I go into this bathroom, the urinals are like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're long. They're like maybe 10 meters long.
Yeah.
And this guy,
Yeah.
like I walk in there mid-gig. So like they're playing outside as I'm walking in.
Yeah.
And I stand, sort of in a corner of one of the urinals.
Beta
It's
move.
like one of
yeah.
those.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Continue.
not going to stand in the middle of a urinal.
No,
when
that's
it's
right.
empty.
No.
I sort of like walked around the corner and stood at the first spot.
Right.
Or, no, it was like one up. And then a guy walks in, and this was 20 meters on both sides, long urinals. Guy walks in, stands right next to me.
Maybe he's just missing humanly contact, and closeness in his life. And he just said, look, I got an opportunity here. Get close to someone. I'll stand next to him at urinal. Takes it where he can.
Look, I don't know what he was going for, but I felt like he was the alpha in this situation.
Yeah. Did you get stage fright, or do you get stage fright ever?
I do actually get stage fright.
Did you get it on this occasion?
No.
Nice.
No. I don't like.
You're streaming off.
I was talking to someone about this the other day. Like stage fright is it for me anyway. It just comes at random times where I'll
Right.
go to the bathroom and for an unexplained reason, I have no shame in myself. But for some unexplained reason, when someone's standing next to me, I just can't piss.
Right.
And it's
Just
really
happens.
annoying.
Even
I
if you're
think-
sloshed.
If I'm sloshed, I'm usually sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
But sometimes it just happens. And like, whatever. It is what it is.
Really?
Yeah, do you ever get it?
I've never got stage fright.
Really?
No.
It's unexplained. It's like it's literally unexplainable. You just like you need to go and you can't go.
That sounds like torture.
Yeah, it's not good. And then you walk out of the bathroom because you can't just you can't just stand there at the urinal
That's true.
not pissing.
That's true.
So then you just have to eventually just walk out, and then you're like, okay, well now. Then the second time you go back, you're like, what if I get stage fright again? Now you're all at sea.
So it's a head noise.
It is a little bit.
It's a maximizing your head noise activity.
It is. It is. It is. Again,
Excuse
like
me.
I said, I don't really have any shame, so I'm not sure where it stems from.
Right.
It's just one of those things.
Happens, I guess.
I should do some research about it.
Maybe. Speaking of doing some research, following on from last week's topic of things that kind of wig you out a bit, things that you see, structures. Yeah, how'd that get there? How'd they build that? Nat Geo barflies. We've done some research. We're going to tell you. We're going to provide the answers because it was educational for the both of us. I will say, though, it's only 2 of the 3 oil rigs. Personally, it explained it pretty well. I still don't understand. That's on me. So you'll miss out on that one. Do your own research. I still can't grasp my head around them. Don't think I ever will. So we'll kick it off. We'll go tunnels. We'll go underwater tunnels. They use a boring machine, a tunnel boring machine that goes kind of through the planned trajectory
Yep.
for the dig, and as it digs, it reinforces the walls of the tunnel to like combat the pressure, and also spits out the debris out the back of it at the same time.
This is going to sound really dumb now.
That's fine.
But when I think of underwater tunnels, I always thought they were built just straight through water.
Yeah.
But then, are they built
Yeah.
under the ground? So there's water and then ground, and they're built under the ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So it's earth pressure, not water pressure. Do you know
Okay,
that's what I learned while I was doing that as well.
Did you just find that out too? Did you
I just-
also think it was just through water?
Well, I knew it was under the ground, but I didn't. I thought it was like quite close to where the water was.
Right.
But it's actually they go like a fair bit under, because otherwise it would
Under
be
sea
too.
level.
Yeah.
I wonder do you know how far under sea level they go?
I think it just depends on the tunnel that you're building,
Sure.
and like what
And how
water
deep
and
it
what
is.
water you're building it in.
Interesting.
You know.
I hope I'm not the only one that didn't know that wasn't just in the water part.
No, it's not like a. Yeah, it doesn't just like
I
sit
thought like
in
if
the
the walls
ocean.
were clear, it'd be like an aquarium. That's what I was saying.
Like in Mario Kart, there's
Yeah,
one
yeah, yeah,
track like
that's-
that. Yeah.
As a 22-year-old man,
Yeah.
I thought that's what it was like.
To be fair, I wasn't far off that either as well. So that's why we're here. That's why we're doing Nat Geo Barflies, because telling us what we need to know.
Well, how we learned something today.
You know, and you about to learn something else. Cranes and skyscrapers.
Go.
Okay, they got two ways. This is maybe there's more, but this is the two that I've gathered. They got an external framework on the outside of the building structure that goes at the start, and they kind of slowly build up and round. You know, and it's slow, and this framework gets higher, gets like lifted, or excuse me, crane in the middle, crane builds round, and then when it gets to the top, well, in both occasions, when it gets to the top, it gets disassembled and pulled down in pieces.
The crane gets pulled down in pieces.
Yeah,
So
disassembled.
they disassemble a crane on top of a skyscraper and pull it down.
That would be appear to be the way they do it. Yes,
Dude, how do humans get so smart?
dude. Like, when did we learn to do that?
I can't see my little pea brain ever getting to like the capacity. Not that it will, because I'm not like interested in being like a structural architect.
Yeah, well, not yet.
Well, I don't think ever.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
The only structural architecture I would organise is like, the whereabouts of my weekend.
Yeah, okay.
Do you know what I'm
nice.
saying?
Well done. Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, fucking shout
Yeah.
out to what are they called?
Engineers.
Engineers.
Yeah.
I was gonna say mechanics.
Well, that's
Thank
why.
you.
That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't figure that out how they did that. Every
Now
time
that you
I
say
look
that, I feel like I had heard that before, that the crane like
right.
ascends up the side of the building in some capacity, but
Yeah,
right, impressive nonetheless.
and it's more than
really
one.
impressive
Yeah,
stuff.
it is pretty. There's more than one crane. There's usually a couple of them. I don't
Hey.
know. There you go. Hey,
Etch, dude. Etch.
Very-
I hate heights. So I'm.
you get paid well as a crane driver.
Do ya?
Yeah, you get paid really well.
How much? Do you know?
Lee from our old work told us that her friend who was a crane driver got paid 150 grand in the city
Per annum?
per annum. PA.
PA.
P dot A dot 150 buckaroons.
That's
Not bad.
That's good.
That's
dude.
pretty good coin for
I
anyone.
mean, especially if you don't hate heights.
Yeah, and we're earning just shy of this on the podcast.
Yeah, well,
we're on pretty close money to that.
yeah.
yeah.
It's just we don't want to release the figure, but it's just shy.
Like it's around that kind of mark,
Mm.
but yet to crack the.
We'll leave that up to IMDb.
Yeah, sure.
Leave our net worth up to them.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Speaking of people who are like, on a similar sort of path as us, and a similar sort of level as us,
Yeah,
Hamish and Andy.
yeah, okay, yeah, of course.
Apparently prank called my work a couple of weeks ago on their podcast.
What did they prank call about?
Well, apparently they have a joke about gusto, and whatever that means.
Right,
Like
the phrase, "Oh, that person has gusto."
yeah, I guess
Or
I
gusto.
haven't listened to the episode,
Right,
but that word is in my
works.
name. Works company name. So apparently they some dude came in today. It was actually right before my boss sprayed me about said thing I was talking about before.
Right,
So he's like, dude, did you hear you guys were on Hamish and Andy's podcast the other day? And I was like, what? No way. They're like, yeah, they prank called you. And I was like, who answered? Was it a guy or a girl? And he was like, it was a girl. I was like, damn it. Like, I wish it was me and I didn't know. And then I went back and listened and I was on the air. That would have been cool.
that would have been unreal.
Imagine that.
That would have been sick.
So if anyone knows what I'm talking about and has listened to that Hamish and Andy episode, can you please tell me what it was? Because I didn't get to find out from this gentleman because I was getting sprayed by my boss in the
Yeah,
area.
true. Got distracted.
Well, it was a disappointed spray, but a spray nonetheless.
That's
Still a spray of consequence.
Spray's a spray.
Spray's a spray.
Spray's a spray.
You never want to get sprayed.
No, you never like. Yeah, some sprays are more effective than others, or a bit more hard hitting. But you never really want to get sprayed.
No.
To start with,
No.
you don't want You'd rather avoid it.
If possible, avoid the spray.
And some people are more, the spray finds them. They don't go looking for the spray. The spray comes to them. I feel like I'm one of those people. The spray finds me quite naturally. I don't avidly look to get sprayed by other people. It just kind of gravitates towards me.
Yeah. We've always
is that by things of my own doing? Apparently.
Well, look, we'll leave that up to,
Yeah. Well, it must be.
Do you reckon you just you operate on a spray worthy frequency? They say you operate on certain frequencies and you attract those things into your life.
Yeah.
Do you operate on a encouraging spray frequency potentially?
Yeah. I think maybe people just like to look for the opportunity to get one on me a little bit, maybe. Known to be annoying, maybe?
You?
Is that would that be?
Oh, I've never heard that.
I don't people have said that to me, but I've never personally thought of it about myself.
No, I've never heard
Am
that.
I annoying?
I've never heard
I don't think so. Is that something to do with it? I don't know. Maybe just put a target on my head. Maybe.
who used to spray you a lot, actually. Lee, the chick you were just talking
Yeah,
about.
she
used to
did.
spray you fucking all the time.
What
Sometimes it was so unwarranted, though.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's because you have a sprayability.
That's what I'm talking about. Even one of our other managers used to just
Spray. Who was that?
Hales. He loved it. Yeah, all right, mate.
He used to love jamming you up. Hey?
Yeah.
That was good. Good times.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't, but they lose when one person keeps doing it to you, it loses it massively loses effect.
Yeah.
You're just kind of
I swear at times you were getting sprayed and it was almost like you were just walking past.
yeah,
Just as if that was stopping the spray.
absorbing it. I was absorbing it. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Fully putting the talk to the hand.
Yeah, my hand's up because that's me trying to hear you better.
Does talk to the hand still have a place in the modern world?
I feel like it's almost one of those things that's as old as time, really. The talk to the hand.
Mm.
I feel like that's always got a place.
I was gonna say, I feel like if you just went like that, talk to the hand,
Yeah.
just didn't take any of it in,
Yeah.
what's the other person gonna do?
It's one of the great power moves if you can pull it off with gusto and proper effect. You can, if you just put your hand up and just keep walking and just a slight head shake, head forward, no eye contact, just no. That's got something about it.
Oh, that for sure.
Or even just the finger wave, just the look at them slightly, just kind of ravel the finger and keep going, and walk off.
But I feel like as well, the best part about it is if you say talk to the hand and then put your hand up, they have no other choice but to speak towards your hand. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you've set the destination. That's where you can put it.
They either have to talk to it or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So,
what's more degrading? Take your choice.
yeah, you either have to walk away with your head down in silence.
And internally angry, or speak to someone's hand.
I reckon that'd work on you.
But then I feel like you wouldn't want to put your hand through that on occasion. And then I've got this dribbler and he's literally going to keep talking to my hand. Fuck, okay, what?
If my
You know
hand
what I
goes,
mean?
I could go up with a dry hand, come down with a wet hand.
Literally, you'd be like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that because he actually will talk. He will talk to my hand.
Sure.
If I give him that option, he'll take me up on it.
Yeah, I feel like if you put your hand up, you just get sprayed even harder.
Yeah. No, mid-spray, put your hand up. Sorry, mate, don't want to hear this. What?
You just get, if you did that at work, you get fucking rinsed.
Yeah.
Anyway, how do we get here?
Yeah. 50 minutes.
We should go to the back page soon.
We should. All right, we'll go there right now. Okay.
Look at that. It's blank.
It's blank. We don't need it. We're going off script for this back page.
Well, we've been going off script all day today.
Okay, back page this week. Let's get into it.
Was there rugby league on the weekend?
Apparently.
Hang on.
We definitely didn't talk about it for the first 30 minutes.
Well, we're back.
Can I just say, first off, Trent Barrett fired.
Well, was he?
Well, jump before he's pushed.
They gave him the dignity of resigning. I still reckon he would have got paid out.
Oh, he did get paid out.
He did?
Yeah,
Confirmed?
he did. Yeah. You know, Gus Gould. You know, for all the people saying, "Oh, he's like telling fibs," whatever. Isn't it nice to see someone getting a public backing for once instead of getting stabbed in the back a little bit?
Who in Trent? In Trent getting?
Well, yeah, like Gus isn't saying like, "Oh, he did a bad job" or anything. He's going, "Oh, I thought he would stay. I thought he'd be good." Like he's not.
Well, 2 weeks ago he said he's going to be.
Well, that's what I mean. Like he's not. Like people are getting onto him. It's like, well, has he said anything? He's actually getting grilled for backing someone still, which I don't think is the worst thing at all. And like then also him backing him is ringing, you know, true to what the players are saying, going like, yeah, we really enjoyed having him as coach. Like it's a shame that he's gone. So it's like, well, maybe it wasn't. There's a bit of Gus. Not saying I like Gus Gould that much, but there's a lot of rhetoric that it's his fault. Yeah, he probably has a lot to do with it, but at the same time, he's not. He's like still
He's
being
not the decision maker.
Well, he is a bit, but like he's got influence, but he's not being like pretty much he's not being a dick about it. Like he's still backing Trent Barrett even though he's left the club.
Yeah.
And to be fair, maybe he was right to be sacked because they weren't in the best spot. We personally didn't think he was the man to do it.
No.
But it's still nice, in my opinion, to see someone get backed instead of the usual
just kick him while he's
down.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I think the writing was always kind of on the wall for Trent taking on the Bulldogs job.
It's
like
tough gig. Tough gig.
And and we've spoken about it before, but didn't succeed at Manly. Got accolades at Penrith as the attacking coach. Bulldogs' attack has not looked more disjointed since he's been there, so don't know what that rhetoric was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We never, like you say, we never really back Trent. I don't really back anyone to do this job. I don't know how you fix that.
I back one man.
Shane?
His name's Shane Flanagan.
I don't think he'll take it on. I don't think he'll want to work with Gus.
I don't know. I feel like they got 2 star players going there next year. They're losing Vaughan. They're cutting the roster a little bit as well.
Are they losing Vaughan?
Vaughan and Burton not been re-signed yet. I mean, not Burton, Dufty.
Oh, okay.
And Matt Burton might not even be there next year. There's talk that he might go on the market.
Didn't he sign like a 3-year contract?
Yeah, no, it's a 2-year deal.
Oh, so he can
with a 3-year option.
He can probably negotiate this year from November.
Yeah,
I would.
Yeah,
I would. Well, they've got Mick Potter there of
West Tigers
coaching
fame.
West Tigers into a Hall of Fame. Well, not into a hole. They were already in it, but he didn't get us out.
Well, Madge hasn't even got you out. And he's been there for 5 years.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest,
It was a really deep hole.
yeah, it was
really deep hole.
It was fucked.
Yeah, it was deep. It was deep.
It was almost like it was drilled with one of those tunnel boring machines. That's how deep it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
Shout out to the oil rig. So good luck to the Dogs. I guess.
Good luck to him.
I'd hate to be a Dogs. Oh, well, I wouldn't hate to be a Dogs fan. They got good signings coming, but
tough.
I think Reid makes a difference.
Massive.
Reid makes a difference. I don't think Kikau makes too much of a difference yet. I think he needs good players around him.
Much like he had in the Penrith Storm game, which was supposed to be the crown of Magic Round, but it was kind of I don't want to say disappointing game, but, no Pappy, no Hughes. Did Craig Bellamy maybe make a mistake putting Wishart at fullback?
He picked him again this week.
He picked him again, but he's not known to, not back. To be fair to Bellamy, he's not known to, make quick decisions. Like, he'll stick with someone, But
impulsive decisions, you might say.
Yeah, but I don't know. They got a big game against the Cowboys this week with him there.
You trust Craig?
You trust him, but I reckon Nick Meaney should be playing fullback.
Maybe they don't have the stocks to put someone on the wing.
But you'd think wing is the easiest position to fill.
True. Also true. He's in fullback.
What are we talking about?
Who knows? It was a bit of a disappointing game.
Penrith just mowed through
Penrith
them.
mode.
Got into the grind and didn't stop.
They turned the lawnmower on and went forwards.
Yeah, and it was only the only try all the time they looked like scoring Melbourne was really just from Munster brilliance.
Munster, like, mate, watching him in person, he's a freak.
Mm.
He's a freak.
Yeah.
Like, mate, he was probably the best player on the field that night.
How was Luai watching live?
I think I kind of zoned out after Penrith started to get away. Once it got to 18. It happened with all the games. Like, once the games got... Because you're watching so much footy.
Yeah.
If the games start to...
Not enthralling.
Nah. If the game starts to get out of touch, you just...
What about the Para Roosters game?
It was good. I was blind by then. So I don't really remember, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was good to
Close.
watch.
Couple of close games,
Couple
but
close
not
games.
that many good games over the round.
No,
I
the
thought.
Canberra game was good to watch. They absolutely ran over the Sharks, which Cronulla played their worst game I've ever seen. Nothing went right for Cronulla that arvo.
Well, we were talking afterwards about how Cronulla moved the form player of the comp out of position. Like the form 7 of the comp, you just moved him out of his best position and into fullback, where he's going to do theoretically less on the ball. Sorry. And just made no sense to us.
Mm.
Good to see him back this week. Because they not saying they win that game because the Raiders played pretty well, but it makes a difference.
Mm.
Currently dying.
You all right?
Yeah, I just got a dry throat. Yeah, I just think Nico back, and I would have put maybe Connor Tracy at fullback
So that's what I would have done.
because he
Who's
plays
playing
centre,
fullback
he
this week?
plays 5'8". He does a bit of Connor. They got his name's Lockie Miller, I think.
Oh, he's on debut.
He's a rugby sevens player who started playing NRL for
Yeah.
Cronulla, and he debuts at fullback this week. But Connor Tracy, he plays 6, he plays centre, does a bit of everything. So
They got Luke Metcalf there as well.
Yep.
So I don't know. Interesting. We'll see, I guess. Empty?
Yeah.
Is my tea got anything in it?
we'll see. Mate, this flu's killing me.
Do you need a pause?
No, I'm sweet.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I think just the movement of such a key player into another position, especially because of how dominant Nico is in the Sharks' attack, it just seemed to really interrupt all their
Rhythm.
all their systems, all
Yeah.
their combinations seemed a bit off. Like, I don't think Trindle knew what he was doing. At least that's what it looked like.
And they have so many ball players as well in that team. And now they got Wade Graham back. So they've got, Will Kennedy when he's back as well. Nico, Moylan, Brayley, Finucane, McInnes, Graham. And then if Trindle's in the team and Trindle, that's a lot.
Mm.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. A few rugby league players in there.
So, maybe it was a too many chefs in the kitchen moment.
The Warriors nearly pulled off one of the great comebacks of all time.
That was kind of almost as boring as... I mean, there was more tries, but it wasn't a great game.
No.
to
Were they up
watch.
32-0?
Yeah, It was
almost.
32-6.
Yeah, okay, 32-6, yeah.
And then the Warriors scored 24 points.
Yeah, it wasn't that enthralling,
No.
to be honest.
Brisbane ambush.
Massive
Ambush on Manly.
Mate, Adam Reynolds, that was probably the best player to watch over the weekend.
Yeah.
We were sitting on the corner post of where he did that chip and chase.
Nice.
Mate, that was free-ish. To do a chip and chase 20 out, just good to watch. That's good footy.
He's getting... And it bounced perfectly as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate,
he's playing unreal right now.
South must be kicking themselves, seriously.
Yeah.
They literally just closed their premiership window for no reason. You know what I mean?
It's just silly.
He's so good, dude.
Why? I still don't get it.
I think
I think the whole rugby league world is going... I know he's kind of old, but he's not that old.
Mm.
Why?
Mm.
Cherry Evans wouldn't be much older than him.
no.
Manly, would you ever think Manly, would ever sell?
Cherry Evans. No, they wouldn't.
Never. Just wouldn't happen.
No. No, not
Would
by
not.
their own accord, no
Would
way.
not happen.
No.
Even Cooper Cronk at an older age got signed to the Roosters on a decent deal.
Well, in half, I don't know.
You're as a halfback, the older you get, you're not you get worse.
Mm.
You know.
Mm.
Like
Yeah,
you're
he's still only 30 or 31, isn't he? So, like,
Yeah.
he's still got 3 good years in him. But look, hey, South, that's on you, bruh. And I couldn't give a shit if South go well or not. So,
Ilias is getting better every game.
he's a footballer.
Every game you watch, though, he's getting better and better and better.
He's a footballer.
So I'm enjoying watching him play.
Mm.
Kind of keen for Latrell to come back. Just one of my favourite players to watch in the comp. When he comes back, I feel like Souths are going to look a little bit more different as a team, and Cam Murray. I feel like
Definitely.
The team will feel a bit more complete at that point.
If they want to get in the 8, they need Latrell.
Yeah, yeah.
Because at the moment, they're not looking like it.
Well, them and Manly look like they're battling for that 8 spot right now. Brisbane have just forced their way in.
Yeah.
North Queensland Cowboys forced their way in.
Humming. Battery's dead.
You know, Cowboys right now playing excellent footy.
Yeah.
So Tigers shouldn't take that loss too badly. They're just so red hot right now. They are so hot.
We're also, like, we have so many injuries.
Mm.
I sent you the list, didn't I?
Yeah, that's a monster. And
It
a
is
lot of
bad.
key players as well.
Like, we're already missing Dewey and Dane Laurie. And then on the weekend, we lose Luke Brooks and Jake Simpkin at halftime. So, you know, I'm not hanging my head low over a loss like that. It's almost like there's just nothing you can really do there.
No. And like those players' key positions makes a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. We've got the Bulldogs at Leichhardt this Friday.
Well, you hope you get up. You just hope. You're like, come on, like surely if we're going to do it.
We're all going.
Who?
Like me, Blav, Rory.
Or you're going to go watch?
Yeah.
Good luck. I hope they get up. It'll be tough. It'll be tough for them if they don't.
It'll be a tough night for me if they don't. I'll get blind if we lose
Yeah.
or if we win.
Fair enough. Dragons, Titans. Wow, what a Dragons performance.
Do you want to talk us through that as a Dragons fan?
Oh, look, we've got this 2 points sealed. Gets us, looking pretty good here. What's that? Absolute choke on the cards. No worries.
What happened again? Can you talk me through it?
So, sorry, got to sort this dry throat. What happened was we were 8 points up. We were 6 points up. Lomax had a conversion pretty much right next to the posts to put us 8 points up with 5 minutes left. And he misses it. And it's pretty much like 10 metres to the left of the
Was
post.
this after scoring a try?
After scoring a try.
Which try was it? This was like 7 on Saturday. So
Yeah, I can't remember who scored it, but it was like it was close to the posts. Lomax just kicked one penalty goal from the sideline. It was 16-10. Okay, sweet. Now we just need to score this try. Convert this, we win the game. Miss is probably the easiest conversion of the day. Are you serious? Titans go down the field, score a try. We miss 4 field goal attempts. We lose the game. Tell me a more Dragons performance than that. Honestly, it was
hard to watch.
I was just like, when it went to Golden Point, I was like, we've lost. We've lost.
When you're on the back foot like that and the momentum's up with the other team, it's hard to pull it away.
Yeah. And Young Guns Sloan, I felt bad for him because he got himself in so many good positions and he just made a couple of little errors. And I really want him to be in the team, and I think he should be in the team, but it looks like he's been dropped. But
do you think those errors might be in his game because he's not really been playing that much?
probably maybe indecisive. You could tell he was being indecisive at moments.
Yeah, well,
and he doesn't have that confidence when he first came into the side.
Man, dropping him is not the answer for me.
I agree.
That's not the answer.
I agree.
You get behind him. You get behind a player like that.
I agree.
And Jaden Campbell, he ripped. He's shocked.
Act shocked. The guy, who's touted as one of their future best players, ripped again
After being dropped for 6 weeks.
Yeah, shocked.
Doing
their losing streak ended.
Holbrook's a clown, mate. He's a fucking clown. Coaches that are bad piss me off.
I don't get it.
He's not a rugby league coach, Justin Holbrook, and I can't be convinced otherwise.
Well, him playing for feeder at centre and then him playing for feeder for 50 minutes every game
off the bench.
It's just stupid.
What are you doing? Mate, seriously, look, I got ripped for saying the Titans were going to come in the bottom 4 on our preseason. episode.
Well, I don't think they're bottom 4. I just don't think they're
not looking far off it. I know they won the game on the weekend, but like,
what's Warriors, Bulldogs right now, Knights, and the Dragons are smoky for the
Tigers
4th
down there
place.
at the moment.
Yeah,
I think the Tigers will come good though, to be honest. When Dewey's back in a couple of weeks and Dane Laurie.
that's true. Dane Laurie's back in 2 weeks.
I think Dewey's round 14, so 3.
Wow.
And we have a bye in there.
Yeah, nice.
Round 13.
Okay.
So round 14, tip the Tigers.
Yeah. Go the Tigers.
Anything else?
You got music? You got a song?
I don't have a music this week. I thought you were going to write it in because I forgot what it's called. Let me look. I have a song. Everyone shut up. He's the Greatest Dancer by Sister Sledge.
There you go. You got that. All right. Is that all?
Dude, I think our camera battery's getting shorter.
Yeah. We are running out of camera battery. Need a new battery. Age old.
Need a new camera.
Need a new camera. Age old bit of chat from
Dilemma.
us. From episode 1, this has been a continuing problem. Like literally first episode.
So we're in episode 36. So we're we're bang on 6 months in then. Pretty much.
Nice.
Or a little bit over probably because
Yeah.
we missed weeks.
Yeah.
That's gone quick.
Yeah, it has. But yeah, camera dies after like an hour and a bit. So there's not video on the end of the
To be
YouTube.
fair, if you're rolling through the YouTube video into the back page all the way to the end,
Respect.
respect. And for those people alone, we need to be better
Yeah.
if they exist.
Like if they're doing that, like I feel for them that we have to get this work because they're the people who actually deserve it.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
know, like I mean, yeah, thanks to everyone for listening, but they're like watching it. Like if you're watching it, I feel like you're more invested than just simply listening to it.
Yeah, agreed.
You know,
Yeah, agreed.
but because you got the both, you got the visual and the audio.
Unless you're a listener who lies there and like with your arms crossed and stares at the ceiling and purely just listens.
To the YouTube. But still, thank you, because we'll tell you what we can get. But, yeah.
Okay. Are we done here?
That's us. That's episode 36, guys. Thanks for listening again. We'll see you next week. Coming at your heart.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.